Welcome to the Daily Energize Podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizer, Spencer Jones here in another episode of the Daily Energize. Thank you so much for hopping in and joining me today in this episode. And welcome to the smack dab middle of our week when we are talking about your story. The story you are sharing with yourself, with the world. That is our theme of the week. Thought we'd do a little weekly theme here, have some fun with this. We talked about the story you're telling, the general story at first, and then yesterday we talked about the environment. Today, it's about main character energy. That's right. Are you given that main character energy, or are you the co-star? Or are you even one of the extras, extra 147? I mean, I hope not. I hope you're not playing an extra in your own story. But to be perfectly honest, I've been there. I've been like, I'm just going to take a back seat and let everything else happen, There's times when I've been the co-star and let other people take the lead and not me. And I'm not saying you have to have an ego to be one like, look at me, I'm the main character in all of these things. I'm the head honcho. No, I'm not saying you need to be egotistical whatsoever. But I do want you to realize that you are in control of your story, that you are the main character in the story you are telling to the world and to everybody else. Now, you don't need to have this big showy, hey, look at me mentality or attitude. But what you do need is, hey, I matter. And this is my story. This is how I want to show up in the world. So let me ask, how are you showing up? Take a moment and just reflect without judgment. I'm not judging you, and I hope you don't judge you, but how are you showing up in your story? And let me ask this question, what kind of hero are you in your story? Because you are a hero. You are inspiring people. You are motivating them, even if you don't realize it. Regardless of your title, your role in life, where you are in life, you are a hero. So, I'll be quiet for a couple seconds. Take a moment, reflect. What hero are you? So often we are told to be humble, and being humble is a good thing to a degree. I'm all for being humble and not having the ego saying, hey, look at me, I'm the star of everything. But we do need to realize that we do have power, we have energy, we matter. And there was years when I had the ego, 20 plus years where it was ego-led. And then I hit my rock bottom, suicidal and all those things. It felt like my whole world just blew up. And I became really, 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 really humble because I was too afraid of the ego coming back. And I wasn't sure if I would be able to control it. And what I realized over the last 6+ years now, that yes, I was humble, but I was humble to a fault where I wasn't stepping into my power or my energy. I wasn't. I was hiding. I was afraid to. Now, I needed to put checks and balances in, make sure that ego didn't come back, which I've changed. I'm a different person than who I was. I've learned and grown. So that ego won't come back. But there are times when, I see it rearing its ugly head. It looks a little different than it did before, but I'm able to recognize it a lot faster and adjust accordingly, which is awesome. I'm really grateful for that. But it rarely shows its head. But what I've realized is I can still stand in my power and have my full energy, be that main character energy without ego. And I still get to be here, show up for others, support them, and live this beautiful life. So, how are you showing up? Are you showing up as a main character or extra 147? The choice is yours. And I get that every day is different. Everything can be a little different, but what would your day look like if you said, hey, I'm writing the story. I'm the screenwriter. I'm the main character. And this is how I'm going to play out. Now, things are going to happen in your day and in your life that you don't expect, that maybe you don't really want to happen, right? They're not ideal things. Okay, well, you're the main character. Are you going to let that derail you? Are you going to let that, maybe it does knock you down and maybe knocks you off course even a little bit. But how are you going to handle that? Again, you're the main character. You're the screenwriter. How are you going to write that scene? How are you going to write that story? How are you going to handle that as the screenwriter, as the main character? That choice is yours. The pen is in your hand. You get to decide. And that is freaking empowering. And now, I know not everybody's going to agree with me with this and believe that that's how life is. For me, that is my truth. That's what I believe. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. But I also invite you, even if you disagree, try it for a day. Just see, how does it go? How does it feel? Maybe it feels weird and different. You're like, no, this is no bueno. This is not good. I'm not going to do it. Okay, cool. Thank you for trying. Or you might realize, hey, there's something to this. Because it has really helped me in my life to say, hey, you know what? I can still be humble, but I can also stand in my power. You are the main character in your story. You don't need ego. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to shove it down people's throats. But you can stand tall and shine bright. All right. That's all I got for today. What hero are you going to be today, keeping you keep shining bright? And I'll catch you in the next episode of the Daily Energize.